Hey vinyl community, welcome back. Here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to open a nice cold beer because I got to celebrate something and I want to bring a toast. So that's what we're going to do, is I'm going to toast to you, because a couple of days ago I posted this video where I showed you all my FTD collection. Alright, the FTD vinyl collection of all the Elvis Presley records. There are 27 records released so far. I got 26, and I told you, and I was a little bit frustrating and annoying about it, that there was just one record missing in my collection, and that record would be the very first one which got released back in 2009, and that's Blue Hawaii. And guess what? You can also already guess, right? Yes, I found it. And I got it at this point, so my FTD collection pretty much complete now. No, not pretty much. It is freaking complete. So, toast. A beer never tasted so good as this one right now. So here it is. It's Blue Hawaii. It was the only one missing in the collection, and I already told you if I find it for a reasonable price, then I would buy it. Recording that video actually motivated me a little bit more to go and try to find it, and I just found it very nearby my house. There was a guy here on the marketplace who sold this, and it was like 20 minutes from my house. I made the decision and bought it, so it's immediately one of the most expensive records in my collection, but I think it's worth it, okay, because again, this completes the complete collection, and it's only frustrating if there's only one piece missing. So, shall we take a look at what this looks like? So this is Blue Hawaii. Everybody, at least all the Elvis Presley fans, probably know the movie. It's actually it's a pretty nice movie. It's one of, you know, the better movies from the 60s, I think. Also, the music in the movie is pretty enjoyable, right? It's not his worst soundtrack, it's one of his best, and I also think it's one of his highest rated movie soundtrack in his career. So the cover, like all the FTD covers, is an alternate cover. It's not the original cover from the original album, but what they did is when you open this up, is they included the original cover on the inside. You see that? So it's on the inside, so that's the original cover. And this is similar to what they did with the GI Blues record. It's on the GI Blues FTD. Also, the front cover was alternate cover, and on the inside was the original cover. And also, the contents is similar. This is one record which contains outtakes, which is record number 1, and the other record contains the complete original album. And it's funny if you think about how they did this record, because actually, although this is a gatefold, actually what it is, these are just two records put together. This could be the sleeve for the alternate takes, and then you go to look on the inside and you also see the track listing for the alternate takes. So the inside cover is also, or the back cover of this first record is also alternate. Then when you take a look at the second cover, this is the original cover. This is what cover disc 2, and then the back on the flip side of that is the same as the original release, so also with the original track listing. So I think that's pretty cool that they did it this way, because basically you have two records attached together. So I think that's pretty nice that they did it that way. Then when we go to the inside, this is the first FTD release. So, and as you know, in the beginning of the releases, they started to release all the records with those nice glossy inner sleeves as well. So this is also a very nice glossy inner sleeve. This is some liner notes about background information about the movie and about the soundtrack. On the other side is a beautiful collection of pictures from the movie. So, and also some pictures from the sessions, the recording sessions for the music in this movie. And the vinyl, also, this is pretty interesting, because this is the only FTD vinyl record which has a different kind of a label. Because the label on this one is a nice picture. You see that? And on the other side, it's a different kind of a label. So what they do normally is they put on the labels which correspond with the time frame when the original record was released. So back in the early 60s, that would be that black hound dog label, and then from the later 60s to the 70s, that would be the orange labels. So this is actually deviates a little bit from that idea. But again, this is then the record with the alternate takes. If we take a look at the other record, so the second one in this package, which would be the original album, it's also with a beautiful glossy sleeve with a color picture. This is a behind the scene photograph, and on the other side also some nice advertisement photos from that period. And then this record actually does contain the original label the way they also released it back in 1961. So it's pretty nice that they did it the way they did it. So it's the original record plus a look behind the scenes with alternate outtakes and that kind of stuff, and movie versions of the song. That together makes up Blue Hawaii. So I'm going to finish my beer. I'm going to play this and give this a spin and go and listen to this. And I'm really going to enjoy this double time. Well, I hope you don't mind I shared my enthusiasm with you today. And I'll see you in the next video. Elvis Presley, Blue Hawaii, TCB.